Alright, it's been about a day since Guardian Games 2026 has been released, and we're going to go over the title, the event rank, XP, how to earn that, talk about the boss mechanics, because some people don't know, it's, DLC bosses are not in the game anymore normally, so we'll just go over that later in the video, just showing you guys some footage and things to talk about. And then yeah, so just talk about the title, triumphs, and just the gist of the event. So the event is very simple. Go to Eva Levante in the tower. You'll get a class item from her. You got to wear the class item in order to get medallions. Medallions is used to progress triumphs, to give you rewards in the tower, and all that good stuff. It is also tier 5, and it gives you a way to pick a armor set to round out your set you've been using for a while, basically. Very simple, to play activities. You get event rank XP of playing portal activities or playing Rushdown, playing Supremacy, wearing the class armor. You'll get like gold medals for this one, silver for this, and you'll get other medals from doing daily challenges. You get at least one each set of gold, silver, and bronze for all three of these, so you get 3 of each. Or 9 medals in total every day. And a weekly challenges gives you a diamond one and a platinum one. Those are pretty big ones and progresses other triumphs pretty quickly. And then you have Eva Levante. She has contender cards and platinum cards you can buy for Glimmer. You can only pick up one similar one. So for example, if I pick up the Pinnacle one, I can pick up a Gambit or a Crucible or Trials one at the same time. But if I was to pick up a Crucible one, then I won't be able to pick up, anything else. I don't know, the one that I've been grinding a lot is the Pinnacle Ops one, because I just farm Whisper, and I go to the Infinite Thrall room, and I farm the topped off getting headshots. So just quickly show you guys what I'm talking about here. So basically, I just go to the Infinite Thrall room. Now this is, I would say, efficient. Obviously, the most efficient thing you can really do is actually pick up, I don't know, the Grandmaster one or the Pinnacle one or Trials one, and just playing the activities. You'll get double the medals, you get double the XP, but if you don't want to do that and be half efficient, then you just run to this area. It takes about, maybe if you do it correctly, like 5 minutes to get there, and then you get the topped off platinum card, which you can, keep re-rolling until you get it. Actually, it's like 3 or 4 different ones, but this one's getting headshots or rapid kills, and this is very, very quick. If you just stand over here in the back side over here, getting headshots and rapid kills, and you'll finish this in about 7 minutes to get here and do all the bounties. So you'll get a little bit of XP, and you'll get a platinum medallion, which will help in progressing, other triumphs and, other stuff. So all you do just to here, it's kind of boring, yes, but it's just like, if you don't want to actually play the activities fully through, yeah, then you can just do this instead. At the moment, that's what I've been doing, and it works out pretty well, I would say. You see here, you'll finish it in about a minute and a half, I think, 2 minutes to get that done, and then you're done. So that's roughly what we've been doing for XP grinding, and talk about the medallions for that. For as a diamond, you get diamond from the weekly challenge, which resets every single week, and these reset daily, right? So you could just do those for getting event ranks if you don't want to just grind Rushdown and Supremacy all day or other stuff all day. It's whatever you want. But personally, for me, I'll be grinding these daily challenges every single day and just log out, basically, whatever, for the most part. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the title real quick, and then the boss mechanics after that. So first one's very easy. Earn a medallion for every activity. This is an intro quest. Do that. You then redeem it at the podium in the back over there, depending on your class. You redeem it there, and you're good to go. Very simple stuff. Then we head over to back over here. I know it's an easy way of doing this, but we have boss bullies. This is for the showdown or rushdown activity. You do need to do rushdown activities in general. It needs at least 7 for another triumph. So 25, there's about 5 bosses per activity, but you can get multiple bosses sometimes depending on the boss encounter. Like, for example, the witness battle, which can be a thing. There's 2 subjugators you could fight, and that counts per boss kill. So you get 2 in that encounter. So this is very easy to do. There's nothing to worry about. Event ranks, we talked about before this. Like I said, I've been grinding the top off Eva Levante platinum card. It gives about 33% XP. I will also be grinding daily challenges every single day. I also will use reroll chips because you can only hold 21 in total. So I will just keep using them until I hit the max capacity. If I ever need to use more than that, then I will if I really care enough. But one daily challenge is about half XP or yeah, around there, about half. No, it's not half, but it's like 40% around there. And gives you medallions. Weekly challenge, you do that every single week. Is 3 weeks, so you do it 3 times. It puts you 2.5 XP, around there, 2.5 ranks. Better way to say that. Other than that, just playing activities gives it up. So doing contender cards. The best way to do it is doing contender or doing platinum cards and doing activity gives you the most out of XP out of everything else. If you're able to do it with other people, I'm a solo player, so I don't really have that chance to do it that often. So it's whatever. So that's what I've been doing. And it's almost been like almost a day and a half since I haven't played that much, but that's what we've been doing though. Anyway, so then we have supremacy or trials. Trials will give you more progress, but since trials is only on Friday to Tuesday, you don't have that option. But if you do play trials, then this will be done pretty fast. But if not, you'll play supremacy. Supremacy, you can find it here or in the portal menu. This activity is crests, and you'll be on the same team depending on your class. If you're playing hunter, you'll be hunters, and you'll be against either titan or warlock. Hunters or PvP sweats. So if you want to play hunter, you maybe have an easier time on that team. Maybe you'll have a better time winning. Winning doesn't matter in terms of the triumphs, but you do need a decent score of at least one time for gilding the title. It is not bad XP as well, but you can mercy roll and it'll be faster than Rushdown or anything else. But other than that, it's pretty fun. But it's whatever. To do 7 of those or trial is probably like three trial matches. Then we have Rushdown activities. This one you can't really speed up either. And it goes co in hand with the boss one here, another one for gilding. So you do that 7 times, which is not a big deal. It gives you XP and medallions. So we'll explain more about it bosses later, but that's just passive pretty much. You just play them. It'll take 10 minutes per run, 10-15 minutes, not that bad. Then we have defeat targets with arc damage. Yeah, you could just use arc's abilities or arc weapon. I just didn't care to do that. I just ignored this one. I just did this passively. There is a modifier for Guardian games that could be active during Rushdown, or you can put it on other stuff. But if you look over here, this one doesn't have it right now, but since Rushdown rotates daily, there is a chance where you could get, my bad, I don't know what I'm doing here. You could get the alternative charge. Getting headshots gives you a bolt charge, so this gives you arc damage by playing anything, which if it's there, it's there. If it's not, then I don't know. I got it without even using arc weapons or anything else, so just who cares? You'll get it done eventually before everything else at this point. Then we have record setter. This one is doing contender and platinum cards. So whenever time you go to Eva Levante, you can pick up a contender or platinum card. Contender card is +1, so whenever you finish a contender card, you get +1. And then the platinum cards, which are the black circle ones, you will get +3 towards the progress. There is no contender card that goes with doing Rushdown. It kind of sucks. You can't do both. Imagine that. Imagine Bungie lets you doing Rushdown activity and doing contender cards at the time. You cannot do that, unfortunately. So you have to do other stuff. Like I said already, I've been grinding the topped off one, and just been doing that. We can actually finish it real quick. I've just been saving that real quick. Either the menus, bro. Yeah, I've been playing this game for how many years? Over 8 years now, and I can't even navigate those stupid menus still. So here we have 13. If we claim this, should give us +3. There we go, and that gives us the triumph and a platinum medal. So now we're done that. A quest there. So we do that. Or triumph. Boom, done. So couple platinum or contender cards, you'll get it done. Then we have complete the Rushdown or activities of B or higher. Yep, I mean, supremacy one, if you're not good at PvP, it will be a bit harder to get B because you have to be at least like halfway through on the leaderboard, but because you may get below a B. But for Rushdown, you should be guaranteed an A+, even though it does bug out. I did do a run in under 9 minutes and it gave me a C+, so whatever. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with that, but you're going to play 7 Supremacy and 7 Rushdown, so most likely you'll get it done passively without even knowing at the moment. So that right there, by doing all that 8, will give you the champ title. And then you have the Gilded ones, of course, not much you could progress here faster unless you pay to win or you use your reroll tokens, whatever it's called, then chips. We'll get this one done eventually over time. Then we have bank medallions. So depending on the higher rank medallions, you'll get more progress. A diamond one, I think, is 100, and then it probably platinum is 50. I don't know the exact amount there, but I think if it is 50, we have 3 platinums in inventory right now. So I think if we do finish with 4, it should give us enough. If not, I'm curious. So the way it works, it will deposit your metals in order from highest to least. So right now it will deposit platinum. So that 4 of those, it is not 50, it seems. So it's probably around 20 probably per. Let me take a look real quick. Where is that again? Menus, please. We are at, oh, not a lot. That is we had 4. It's a lot. It's like 15 per, something like that. Nothing crazy. So we're not gonna finish this, but we get close. And everything gets full very quickly. Cool stuff. Or so that was like 5 gold, I think. So that put us at, I should probably track this, but it's whatever. It put us at 30 more. Yeah, it's not bad. And then we do our silver medals. We have like 1, it seems like, and then bronze, 1 bronze maybe, and that's gonna put us at what, like, put us at, yeah, it's like +3 right there. Almost ending crazy, of course. So we're almost done, but we are probably gonna just farm like Rushdown or something and get a bunch of XP for that, and then we are good to go. So just, if you do diamond, you get a lot of XP or a lot of progress for that. You do that every single week, and you get a bunch of medals by doing the daily challenges, basically. So I mean, you don't do much in terms of just doing daily challenges. So there is that. And then we have, what else we have? I think it's by playing activities or bosses. So bosses again. You have to play, at least 10 rushdowns or 7 technically, which, I mean, it's not bad. And this one, you have to do a deathless grade A rushdown. So you have to just not die. You could probably do like, well, if you're stuck in ultimate, you're stuck in ultimate. I just do stronghold titan and just don't die. With the blade, with the lightsaber. And then supremacy score of at least 30. I don't know how hard that is, but I got that on my first match. I'm not a big PvP guy, but I think it's the best way to do that one. And I'll tell you this, there'll be a little rat. I play Hunter, so we have Reaper, not Reaper. Which one is it? Powerful Attraction. So since it's Crest, when you use a class ability, you can pick up the crest from afar. So if crests give you points, of course. So if you want to farm crests, people don't pick them up, or they're too far away. You use a hunter dodge, or you can use the Titan dash. I don't know what it's called, but the Titan thruster. And then Warlock hasn't much of an easy way of doing that unless you use like Phoenix dive or whatever it's called. I don't know, or Phoenix. I don't know what it's called, but you can pick up crests from afar, and that should give you a little bit, help you a little bit more. Instead of just getting kills, you can just pick up crests instead. It's like +3, so you pick up 10 of those. Isn't that bad, I think, in my opinion? And that's pretty much it when it comes for the title. Let's go ahead and talk about the boss rush real quick, or boss showdown, whatever, Rushdown. Alright, so Rushdown remix, or Rushdown. Rushdown rotate daily. It's the same amount of bosses, or same boss encounters for the whole day, and then it resets or changes the next day. For this boss, this is from Lightfall, I think. I forget the name already. This one's very easy to do compared to a lot of them. The one gimmick for Rushdown is, there you see on the top right there, Rushdown damage phase. What that means is that it's not following the normal damage phases in the normal boss fights. It is straight up just, you have to just you must do enough damage in that boss, and then do the wait for or do the encounter or whatever. So this one is, you have to go downstairs, look within the strand, the bottom here, and then you have to head back upstairs, and you have to go ahead and use your your strand super you get from the within. And then once you do that, that should be good enough. It will spawn. It will make those tanks not immune anymore. You don't have to kill them technically, but it does. You have to wait for the immune shield to anyways disappear. But other than that, that's just encounter, and then after that, you have infinite time to DPS the boss. Then we have the Whisper fight. This one's very simple. You break the 3 cubes, spawn to 3 bosses, kill 3 bosses. AoE damage is pretty good. Hitting all 3 at the same time. Once you kill all 3 bosses, you have to fight the ogre. The ogre is a bit different. Considerably, you before to do health gates to get the 2 phases, but it is based off the timer, so you have the time to kill the ogre, and then you have to just kill the wizards. They spawn again, so you don't have, and it can spawn again. Do enough DPS. You can see here the ogre spawns in, and then once it goes to 0, you have to do the wizards again, and that spawns the blights and stuff. You don't have to do anything with the blight, just kill the wizards, and you get to go, and then do DPS again. Here we have the Sabathun fight, which is in here. This you will not be doing any damage to Sabathun if you don't kill the wizards on the outside. So the wizards will be you have to get the, what's it called, the wire cutting thing. I forget what it's called. Thread cutter. So we have to go up and kill these 3 wizards. There are 1 on the left, 1 on the right, and 1 in the middle. And killing each of these will give you the thread cutter buff on top of that, and it will give you like a 40-second timer, and you'll do a lot more damage to Sabathun as long as all 3 are dead. So make sure this will go a lot faster if 1 person goes to each wizard at a time. So you're very beneficial to just go kill 1 and not have just stand around doing nothing. You will do a lot more damage to Sabathun if everybody does at least 1 wizard. It would be very nice, to be honest with you. Next up we have is the Nightmare of Ethics. This one is very simple to do, but you know, DPS. It's very simple. It's just do enough damage, and then DPS timer goes to 0, and it goes immune. To go make it unimmune, there's gonna be nightmares that spawn, and you have to kill, I think, the chieftain 1 time, and then you have to go to the area where the boss will spawn. The boss will spawn on the other side of the map. So once you do this damage phase here and kill the chieftain, then you want to go ahead and just walk back, and they should spawn over there. And then when you do it again, and if you don't kill the boss in the second DPS or the first DPS phase, then you can go ahead and do the same thing, kill a chieftain, and then they should spawn in the back corner or the back middle of the map. So you're gonna go find the chieftain after the time goes to 0. It should be nearby, usually low bar. The Nightmare Chieftain, I don't know where it is here. I think it's right there to the right, somewhere over here. Fault somebody, there it is, right there. So kill Chieftain, and then you want to make your way to the back of the map, and then you should see the kill objective marker on the boss, because we killed that. But it should be like that, pretty sure. Next we have the Callous fight. Very easy to do. This one's nothing too complicated. You don't have to kill the tormentors. There are 2 tormentors that do spawn in the map if you're playing like me, strongholds and titan, then you don't have to worry about them too much. But you get them down. There's no timer on this. You always straight up just do damage. As soon as he gets his full health bar done, you're gonna be doing the melee one, and you could just keep fighting him. There's no waiting around for this one. It's very easy, very quick to do, and he's a lot less health when he's in this phase. The only issue with the tormentors, but you don't have to kill them to do anything. You can ignore everything there. We have the Technocrat. This one, very easy. The time to do DPS at the beginning is just like 12 seconds, which is literally nothing. But after the DPS phase, the mechanic of getting DPS after that is just infinite. All you do is just destroy like the 5 drones, which usually it would be like destroying like 3 or 4 or 3 every couple health gates. But this one, all of them spawn in, and all you do is destroy all of them, and then after that, it is infinite DPS phase. So just go around the room, hear the ping noise, and then just destroy all of them. That's it. Once you do all that, it is DPS phase forever. So nothing to worry about there. And that's it. That's the last one, I think. And that's it. No more timer, and you just kill the boss. Next up we have is the Savala boss fight area. So this one, you have to kill a captain that spawns in. It will be prismatic only, so you have to, if you don't have prismatic, you just shoot it a bunch, and it'll give you a meter, or just the whales on the left and right, I think. So you can see how we're hitting it, and it gives a lot of meter. Once you pop prismatic, you just hit it a couple times, break the shield, and this will spawn in the brig. The brig will be different. And normally it's health gates to trigger different health gates, but this is a timer. So once the timer goes to 0, they go ahead and kill the subjugators that spawn around the map. Basically, you'll find the subjugators in the forest. Basically, kill them, and then it'll give you the unimmune shields. Basically, should be 2 of them, and that might give you progress, +2 progress for that, +2 progress for the boss triumphs. Here we have an annoying one. This is the ribbon fight. This one, all you have to do is shoot the mouth. When the DPS phase timer goes down, it just spawns in the ads, but eventually around like 3 times, just infinite. Your best bet for this is just linear fusion rifles, or I don't know, sleeper, or using, I don't know, golden gun. You just need very high precision damage to defeat this, because it's annoying and it's just, I don't know, nothing you can do, but it's just gotta keep shooting the mouth. That's it. Shoot the mouth, do damage, yada yada, get better heavy weapons. Not like this. What we have is the meatball one. This one's very simple. All you do is just damage it. Once it goes, the DPS timer goes to 0, it just spawns you into a different plane, basically. Well, actually, well, you gotta shoot those 2, and then, okay, well, I've never noticed that, but okay, the first DPS timer, it spawns infinite orbs. Shoot the orbs to remove the shield, and then again, timer goes back up again, and then that timer now will teleport you to the ascendant plane to kill the the enemies. The first wave is just 2 phalanxes, and then after that, you have to kill the other phalanx in the back left. So no matter what, you have to kill these 2 at the front, and then they'll spawn 2 more in the back on the left side. Then do the same thing on the next phase. Instead of the left side, it'll be the right side, and you gotta kill the Centaurian, and then it will give you the portal, and then do that repeat, rinse and repeat. Basically, that's it. Here we have is a witness fight. Witness fight might seem janky or long, but it's not as bad as you think it is. So witness fight will spawn 2 subjugators, 1 ice or 1 stasis, and 1 strand. You want to do half the damage or half the health of the subjugator. Subjugator is not that scary if you do like that. Witness will come and spawn and attack, and you just gotta hide behind a wall basically. But once you do enough damage to the subjugator, half the health, you have to go ahead and shoot these poison orbs that will give you poison resistance, and then pick up the Aegis shield. You like wait for the super to charge up, and then press your super ability to aim it at the subjugator to break the shield, and then you head to the back over here where the cracks are, and hold down your block, and then you wait for the timer to go, and then that's it. And you just wait until you still shoot it. You can still shoot the subjugator if it's in range. I would recommend doing that to make it easier for the next phase. There's that. You're gonna go ahead and kill subjugator once the shield is done, the counter is done, and you're gonna go and pick up the sword in the back over here and bring the sword to the front, and you're gonna hit the little pyramid here, and then this will, you embrace darkness, and then you break the statue, and you rinse and repeat 2 more times. But this time you will have the poison around the map. So you need to refresh your buff by hitting the seed orbs by standing in the circle and shooting it, which will refresh your buff, and then you could do that. So just subjugator will spawn, do half the health of subjugator, then get the Aegis, use Aegis on the subjugator, then go back, use the block, yada yada, and then do that, and then it'll be, it's like the last phase is easy, just the subjugator is 1 HP, and then do that, and then that's it. Right, here we have the Menagerie classic one. This one, it's very easy to do. It's nothing complicated. You're just doing DPS, but you have to kind of just move with the boss. So the Fanatic will spawn. You could do DPS here. And all you do once the timer goes to 0, you take the portal, and you're gonna go into the gauntlet. I think that's called back in the day. And you're gonna head up here, and you're going to just follow the boss. So do as much damage as you can. If you don't do enough damage to the boss, you will have to do the actual, not mechanic, but to reset the boss back into this, do DPS. All it is just going back to the spawn area and kill everything in the room to progress. That's it. As simple as that. You can do enough damage to the boss in this area in 1 phase, but you need a full team just doing massive damage. Here we have the Machinist. Nothing too complicated. The Machinist will just go immune every 20 seconds, and you have to just do DPS. You have to wait for the rain of missiles from the sky, and then it will just go back to DPS phase. Very simple. Next up we have is the Zydron Gate Lord. This one's very simple as well, but in order to take off the shields, it's very short, periods of time, but there will be nightmares that will spawn near the Zydron, and you gotta kill the two nightmares, which is gonna be usually a harpy and a goblin. Kill both of those, and then that will give you the time. Now the time to damage phase is very small on this boss, but do it enough times, then it'll be unlimited timer. So find the goblin, nightmare harpy, and the nightmare goblin, and that will give him the shield and do like 5 times or something like that. It's kind of annoying for sure. All right, here we have a classic. We have Curia Blade Transform. This one confusing for a lot of people for sure. So the beginning uses DPS, but there's 2 things to do, or 1 thing technically. We already have on the right side and the left side. So you can have your teammates both do this. You don't have to do one at a time, but what you do is destroy the little pylon or the oracle, stand in this circle over here to charge up the buff. You need the time to get to the corners. The corners have buffs. This is not a mistake. I don't know which one. If you do die, the circles are checkpoints. So I did die with the ball, but you can just, if you do put it into that one spot, you will be able to pick it up in that same spot. So not saying you need it, but the time is much needed for sure. Touching these squares here. And once you do that, you can go ahead and dunk it in the way marker here, and that will remove the shields of these gate lords, I guess you could say. And then that will let you, or minotaurs will let you, what do you call it? DPS the boss. So you want to go ahead and do as much damage as you can, and you do it again on the other side. So shoot the thing on the side over here, just as that, and then you pick up the orb, do the same thing. So touch the checkpoints, get your charging up for your key not expiring, basically, and then you can just do the same thing. It is a lot faster if people do it, on opposite sides at the same time. Once the Courier gets to half health, she will do the hand square thingy, and this will DPS. Obviously, good weapons for this would be some precision hitting weapons and all that good stuff. Yeah, I don't know, but it's a pretty cool boss. It's always been a fun boss, but you gotta do the mechanics to make life a lot faster, I would say. This one's a bit odd. This one is the boss Phylax. The timer, all it does is just moves it to the next phase. So like, as long you don't have to do health gates. I mean, all you gotta do is just boss damage, and then it goes to the next phase anyways. So it's just nothing crazy with this one. Then we have Goal. This one, I think it's infinite. I think. So just gotta have a good DPS phase for Goal. And he hurts quite a bit, so just gotta do good on this one. I don't know, but nothing complicated on this one either. I forgot this one. Brutix Lightbane. This one's very simple. Do enough DPS during the time, and then you have to go ahead and head to the 3 corners, so left, right, and middle. Defeat the chieftain, and then break the crystal. Obviously, to make this more efficient and fast, you just want to make sure each person in the fire team or whoever just to go to one of the spots first, or one of them by themselves. You shouldn't take 2 people or 1 person do this. It's just chieftain kill and then destroy crystal, and that's it. Do that, just shoot all 3, and then go back to the middle and do DPS. That's it. So you should be able to see which ones you're missing with the rune in front of the room. This one right here, right? Almost forgot this was even in here. This is the 0-hour boss room. This one's long if you don't know what to do. All you do is just do damage to the captain. The servitors can be ignored, but they can make the boss immune technically. And just so much things going on in this room. It's crazy, but you have to go ahead and just deal damage to the captain, which should be behind me technically. The more damage you do, it'll teleport in a circle. So from the front to the back, left to back, the backwards, or behind me, and then back right, and then back to the middle. Do enough damage, then it will spawn the spider tanks, kill the spider tanks, and then they'll do the break fight. Kill spider tanks, right, or walkers, whatever they're called, and then break fight basically after that. And then there's one more after that, or I don't know how much more bosses. I don't have footage of everything, but there's so many bosses to go through. There is a Crota fight, Nightmare Crota. One thing to note about that one, and to understand that one, you have to kill both of the knights that spawn next to him, nightmare knights. They will drop the sword. You have to use the sword to break the shield. If you don't, then you can't do DPS. After the DPS phases are very short, so they keep repeating that, and there's no infinite phase. You have to make sure your team is paying attention and doing DPS all that. It's kind of annoying, but that's just how it is. And I think that's most of the bosses. I don't remember if that's all. That's a lot of them. I'm probably missing a couple. I don't know, but there's a lot going on. So and that's pretty much the title. Hopefully the theme mechanics help a little bit and all that stuff. But I will pretty much finish this later. As always, these ones nowadays, I usually like to grind these and finish them in one day. But now the changes of all of the, what do you call it? All of the changes of having event ranks in the title makes it a bit a slog. But I'll play every day and just get it done like that. And yeah, that's it.